Para esta AP6 vamos a tener 3 actividades para entregar, que será una parte de writing, que la vamos a explicar el día de hoy. Va a ser un documento escrito. También va a ser un video, ¿sí? Y por último, vamos a tener la participación en el foro. Serían con las 3 actividades que finalizaríamos esta AP6. Quería hacerles una pregunta. Em, Se me presenta una dificultad después del 15 de julio. Entonces quería preguntarles si hay la posibilidad de que la próxima semana nos podamos reunir eh, durante 2 días para explicar la sesión que sería sobre el video y la siguiente clase sería sobre el foro. Obviamente que las em, fechas de entrega van a ser hasta los 10 días que siempre les he estado dando, que sería hasta el 10 de agosto. Entonces, no sé si ustedes, que, bueno, son los que han estado participando como más frecuentemente, tuvieran la posibilidad de que nos pudiéramos reunir 2 días la próxima semana. Los escucho, los leo para los que no tengan micrófono.
Hello. Could it be Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Elber says that yes. What about you, Maria Carolina? Okay. Okay, so for next week, it would be Wednesday and Thursday, okay? That's correct. Okay, thank you, Ian and Elber, for answer. Okay, for today, before to start to explain this one, I would like to ask you if you have checked your grades. Is your grades are okay? Because I have already graded yesterday, so I don't know if you have seen it. And your grades are okay?
Yes, last time I checked, yes, my grades were okay.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Elber? Okay, Elber. Okay, thank you. Okay, for today, we are going to make the evidence called documento escrito. En este documento escrito, vamos a hacer como un personal statement, ¿cierto? Donde vamos a utilizar vocabulario related to professional skills, adjective related to character and personal qualities, ¿ok? ¿Qué nos dice la guía? Que debe contener, qué lineamientos o características debe tener nuestro documento escrito. Primero, pues debe contener entre 500 y 700 palabras, donde vamos a hablar sobre nuestros aspectos positivos de todas aquellas cualidades que tengamos de manera positiva. ¿Esto hacia qué va a ir enfocado? Va a ir enfocado sobre, digamos, las habilidades que nosotros siempre destacamos cuando vamos a hacer una entrevista. Entonces, teniendo en cuenta como esto, aquí nos da como unas preguntas orientadoras, que es Who am I? What program or position am applying for? Why am I fit for this program or position? And what are my future goals? No sé si ustedes se han dado cuenta, pero estas preguntas son relacionadas para cuando nosotros estamos en una entrevista de trabajo. Entonces, para ello, pues yo pensaría, y les traigo como la siguiente propuesta, es que podamos hacer un documento tipo hoja de vida. Aquí es donde vamos a destacar lo que nos está pidiendo la guía, que son aquellas cualidades, ¿cierto? Para lo que nosotros somos buenos, ¿cierto? Dentro del documento, bueno, no lo leí, pero también está el mencionar. em, ¿Qué grado de académico tenemos? Técnico, bueno, lo que tengan. Mira, aquí entonces tenemos la parte de habilidades, qué idiomas manejamos y también vamos a meter un poquito del work experience, ¿ok? Entonces, yo les propongo que hagamos como este tipo de modelo que sería como una hoja de vida, ¿cierto? O CV in English, para que podamos incorporar todo lo que nos está pidiendo la guía. A ver, yo les voy a compartir pantalla aquí. Listo. Entonces, porque al tener en cuenta, digamos, lo que nos menciona la guía, nos dice que nos debemos asegurar de incluir las habilidades que ha adquirido a lo largo del programa de formación, como administración de tiempo, trabajo en equipo, habilidades informáticas, absolutamente todo. Y aquí también nos habla sobre fortalezas y cualquier experiencia laboral y o educación que tenga. Entonces va muy, muy relacionado a una hoja de vida. Entonces, en esta parte de Work Experience and Skills, deben realizar un texto, ¿ok? Así como nos lo menciona la guía como tal, ¿sí? Entonces, aquí vamos a utilizar el vocabulario que vamos a ver el día de hoy, ¿ok? It is clear what you have to do.
Yep, clear enough.
Okay, thank you, Ian. What about you, Elber and Carolina? Okay. Okay, so let's start um, with this topic that is about professional skills. So, what are professional skills? This is a question for you. For you, what are professional skills? Okay, the people who don't have microphone, you can write in the chat. Okay, Carolina or Ian, what are professional skills for you? Okay, help desk. Okay, so skills are those things that we are good enough to do at work. Okay, so okay, Elber, you are writing something. Effective communication, for example, yeah, effective communication. These are all the competences that we can use in our work in order to do a better job. Okay. In order to talk about our professional skills, we have okay, here we have some expressions with some verbs and some words that we need to use in order to talk about our abilities or our skills. For example, we can use a synonym about skill, that is ability or talent, yeah, proficiency, expertise in doing something, okay. Also, we have some specific words in skills, for example, technical skills, soft skills, functional skills, or craftsmanship, okay. These words, you can use it in your writing document, okay. Please use the ones that you needed. Also, we have some verbs that we can use it in order to describe something that we are good enough when doing uh, something, when we are expertise in doing some work in our job, okay. So, for example, I think that this is the most known, that is be good at something, yeah. But here we have another synonyms for this expression, that is have a knack for. I don't know if you have heard it before, or have a talent for, possess the skills to, be proficient in. For example, he is proficient in several programming languages, or mastered, adept at, skilled in, or a natural at. This last one is when we do something in a natural way. Yeah, what is cuando es innato, okay? So here you have to use these expressions or these words in your writing document, okay? I will share this document in the WhatsApp group in order that you can use it, okay? So, for example, what are you good at? For example, what do you think that is your best skill at work, that nobody can do it better than you?
I'm really good at learning on my own.
Okay, okay. What about the others? What are you good at? Hello? Okay, so let's continue. In order to be better for saying, we are going to taking into account the following key adjective. For example, communication skills. I think that communication skills is something that is very useful and very important in order to have teamwork, or in order to communicate something with our coworkers or our boss. So it is important uh, to have a skill communication, because if you can say something, or you can yeah, you can say something unclear with your boss, or you are mm, shy when you want to say something, maybe it can be a very bad for your work because maybe your boss or your coworker may say, okay, this person is not doing his or her job because he or she doesn't say anything that support our team in order to um, be better, in order to reach the goals. Okay, so it is important that we have communication skills. Okay. Maybe in your work you have that spaces that you can say something to support or to help to reach the goals in your enterprise or enterprises in your work. Yes, no. Okay, something important that say this slide is that this adjective describe strong communications, include being articulate, yeah, persuasive, diplomatic, concise, and expressive. As I mentioned before, it is so important that you learned, or I learned also, to communicate something in the appropriate way. Okay. In the next one, we have problem solving abilities. Yeah, problem solving abilities. Um, I think that this is very important because when some problem arrive at work, you have, okay, you have no, but you should have the ability to resolve or solve that problem in a proper way in order to benefit the person and the enterprises. Okay, so this is very important that you have these problem solving abilities. Okay, any cases that you have to solve any problem in a quick way, in a quick time. Okay, let's continue. Adaptability and flexibility. This topic we have seen it before. Do you remember in AP5 and AP4? We work about adaptability and flexibility at work. Do you remember that? Okay, I'm going to check the chat. Okay, in my job, organization is very important because my boss is very forgetful and a little liar. Okay, okay, Elber, what do you think about this one? About adaptability and flexibility. Flexibility, sorry. Do you remember that we have seen it before? Okay, this one we have to include it in our writing document. Okay, remember uh, the expressions and vocabulary that we seen before. So here we talk about also about specific sets or specific vocabulary that we help to do your writing. Okay, the next one is about teamwork and collaboration. Maybe not all the words or not all the jobs. We have um, work or teamwork to do our job. Maybe, for example, I don't know, Ian, I know that you have a remote job. I don't know if you have teamwork to work, or it's just what you do and that's it.
Oh, I have to stay in contact with my fellow coworkers. Sometimes I have to respond to their questions or make adjustments to our system so that they can keep working, or that everything, or wait, yeah, sometimes I have to request them to. Sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts.
Yeah, don't worry.
Sometimes I need to ask them to perform certain changes to our system so that I can keep working, and sometimes the opposite happens. Like sometimes they request me to make some changes so that they can keep working. So yes, communication is important, and I stay in contact with my fellow coworkers.
Okay, thank you, Ian. Okay, please, Elbert, for next week, your microphone is needed, and also for Carolina. Okay, okay. As Ian mentioned, and in the slides, collaboration is very important also as communication, because if we don't have communication, neither teamwork, I think that our work would be very hard, you know? It is very essential to work or to have good communication with the others. Okay, work ethic and leadership. In this one, when we talk about leadership, also in our works, always there are some people that have that spirit of leader. So if we have it, it is important that pursue the other people to do a better job, and also that have work ethic, you know. This is very, very important. And finally, uh, why character qualities matter. Why character qualities matters. This is very essential when hiring someone, because you have to be better or to show that you are good enough for do something than the others in order to stay or in order to have that job. So for that, it is very important that in your writing document you mentioned all the qualities, all um, the skills that you have in order to have or maintain the position. So remember, it is important to mention the benefits for the enterprises when you work with them. Also, it is not mandatory, but I think that we have to be honest and mention that those things that we are not good enough, but we want to improve it. Maybe some enterprises want to know that because we are not perfect. So it is very important to mention that we want to be better, always want to improve in something that we are not good enough. Or maybe those things that we do very, very well um, can't can forget those things that we do not as good as the others. Uh, Remember that in this writing document, you need to use the vocabulary that we have seen it. Also, in the experience, you have to use the past tense and the present perfect in adaptability and flexibility. Also, you have to mention those vocabulary that we have seen it before. And finally, don't forget to mention what are the goals for you from here to maybe 3 or 5 years. What are your goals um, in order to have a better job or maybe in your personal life? But remember that this is also addressed at work, okay? I don't know if you have any questions, any doubts about this topic, about this, about what you have to do or the vocabulary you need to use in the writing document.
Is it okay if I translate my CV?
Yeah, no, no, don't worry. That is okay. It's just a suggestion for me. If you don't want it to for other students or other apprentices, if you don't want to make a CV, it's just that remember that you need to follow the lineamientos that the learning guide set it for that, okay? But you can translate your CV. Just don't forget this one, okay?
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Okay. What about the others, Carolina and Elber? It is okay? Yes, yes, Elber. I can share this one that I have for as an example. If you don't have it one, so you can use it. Okay, thank you very much for being here today. So see you next week.
Sorry. Please wait a second. Are you still
Yes,
there?
yes, yes.
The link you just posted in chat doesn't work for us.
Ah, okay.